Hello everyone and welcome to Man's Life Roulette. Today in this video we are going to discuss about some outside bets. That is 2 dozen bets I will going to play. And the bets is very simple. You have to put your bets at any of the two position over here. You can choose either first and third, or second or first or second. And for every position you have to put your bets like 10 unit at every position. 10 unit over here, 10 unit over here. Suppose you are playing at to this position, and if you lose, then what you will do, you will add 20 unit more. That means you have to put your bets 30, here also 30. Again, if you lose, then add another 20 unit, that will become 50. Here also it became 50. But what if you will won? Suppose you won somewhere, like you are at the 30 unit bets at both the position and you won, then you have to reduce 10 unit. Now it will become a 20 unit. This is very simple, and the logic behind this is that if you own 30 unit bets and if you lose the next bet, that is a 20 unit, then also you are in profit. And at the other point, if you lose 20 unit bets and you increase the bets to 40 unit, then you own, then also you make some profit. So either you lose or either you win something more when you win from your previous losses, and whenever you lose something more low or something less than your previous win. That will save some amount for your profit. So as you can see, I have a bankroll over here. It's 2522 points, and my objective is to make a profit of 100 points. So I'll have to continue the game until I hit 2622 points. So let's see how this actually works. So you can choose any of the 2 dozen, that's depend upon you. It's quite random, but you have to choose 2 position or 2 dozen at the same time. So let's begin. So I have started from first and third dozen, but as you can see over here, last 4 numbers are from second dozen, even 15, 19. Large numbers of outcomes are from second dozen, but I have chosen first and third dozen because I think position doesn't matter for this strategy. Only the amount which matters. How much amount you have to increase, how much amount you have to decrease. So it's 28 and I win here, and as I am at basic 10 unit bets, so I will again go with same 10 unit bets. I don't have any scope to decrease the bets right now. So after every winning spin you have to decrease, after every losing spin you have to increase. But whenever you are increase by 2 points or 20 in this case, and whenever you decrease by 1 point, that is 10 in this case. It may take several spins to give you the profit, but finally you will achieve the target. Sometimes it takes 10 to 11 spin, as after every spin you are winning just 10 unit. So sometimes it will take 10 to 11 spin to give you the profit, but sometimes it might goes up to 20 or 25 spin, but at the end you are definitely going to get the profit. So this time also I win here. So again what I need to do is again just 10 unit at both the position. This is live table. And the bets interval is 36 seconds. So this video will going to be longer than my usual videos, so please watch this video till the end to know how this strategy actually works. This time it's again 1 and it's profit. So just repeat the bets. I'm going with the first and third dozen, but you can go with first and second, or second or third. That depends upon you. Or in between, you can also shift the position. Because in this strategy, a position doesn't matter, only the amount which you are putting does matters. And increasing the units after losses and decreasing the units after win is the fundamental of this strategy. So it's 12, again a winning number. So just put another 10 unit. I will increase only when I lose, and I lose only at second dozen and number 0. So as I have 24 number to win and just 13 number to lose, I can easily increase the bets without much thinking. You have, in this strategy, you have to win equal number of spin as you lose. So 50% of your win is sufficient to give you the profit, or at least to recover the losses. 60% of the spin, if you won, then definitely you will hit the target. And as you have covered 24 numbers and leave only 13 numbers, the chances of winning more than 50% of the time is usual. This time also I win here. So again, just repeat. Last 5 spin I have won with just first and third dozen. Second dozen haven't till yet. So you can judge from the past outcome that how the wheel behaves, and you can choose the bets accordingly. You can go with the first and second, second and third, or first and third. But always remember, go with 2 dozen at the same time. Never go with the single dozen. So this time also I win here. So again, just repeat the bets. If you found from this area that the last few numbers 31, 10, 12, 1, 30, 28, all these are from either first or second or third dozen, but previous to that, this area you can see here 14, 20, 24, 20, these are from second dozen. That's why I choose the third and first dozen. I choose to skip the second dozen because 4 consecutive numbers has already appeared from that second dozen. But now the time has been changed. Already 6 spin have skipped the second dozen, so it's better to go with the second dozen from now. But I will not go with the second dozen until I lose. If I lose somewhere with this first and second third dozen, then only I will go with the second dozen. I will continue this trend. So as you know, online roulettes are programmed on, and it's follow a particular trend, and you have to understand which trend it is going on. So till now the trend is up first and third dozen. Once the trend will break, I will also shift the position. It's number 17. This time the trend will break, and I will again continue with that same 2 position. With this time I have increased. Earlier you can see it was a 10 unit. Now I have increased 20 more at both position. So now it's become 30 at both the position. If I lose again at this position, then I will go 50. Here also I will go 50. And if I won, this is a 30 unit spin, you can see. I will continue with the 20 unit spin. but after 2 consecutive losses I will shift the position to second dozen. Either I will leave first dozen or third dozen and continue with 2 dozen that will cover at least the second dozen. The trend has already break. If I hit again second dozen, then it will confirm that the trend has break, but that trend is still continuing. So last spin you can see was 30 unit at both positions, so I will go by decreasing 10 units. It's become 20 at both positions. Sometimes if you are playing online roulette, then you have to follow the trend, because the developers always follow a trend to develop the static strategy. If one more number from the second dozen will hit, then it will confirm the change of the trend. It's 12. This time I won here. Now you can see the bankroll over here. It's at 2622. I have started from 2522 and now I am at 2622. That means I make my profit of 100 units. So this is the strategy you can follow to make profit from live roulette table. So at the end, let me explain you what the strategy. First thing is that you have to go with any 2 dozen. Out of this 3 dozen, you can go with first, second, third, or first, third. And second thing is that you have to increase the bets whenever you lose. Suppose you have started from a 10 unit bets. Sorry, mistakenly I have put 2 bets over here. This is not the part of this strategy. So what I am saying is that you have to start from 10 unit at both the position, and if you lose, then increase at 20 more unit. Now it will become 30. It will also become 30. If you lose again at this position also, then it will become 50. Here also it become 50. And suppose you own at this position, then decrease 10 unit. Now it will become 40. And if you own at this position 40 also, then it will become 30. And the benefit is that whenever you own after a losing spin, you own something more, and whenever you lose after a winning spin, then the amount you lose will be less than your previous winning amount. So that is the strategy. And one more thing, if you are playing online, then always remember to look at this position. It will give you the guidance where you have to put the bets. Always this online roulette follow a strategy, follow a sequence, follow a trend, and you have to follow that trend. Now the trend is still with the first and third dozen, as the trend hasn't break. As you can see from this area, then 31, 12, 10, 31, 33, 30, 12 and 3. Lots of numbers are from first and third dozen. Only 2 numbers are from this area, second dozen. So it is still profitable to go with the trend. The trend hasn't break till yet. So this is the strategy for today, and if you like this video, then please like and subscribe my channel for more such roulette tricks and strategies. Thanks for watching. Thank you.